So, Allure Best of Beauty Live is in 2 weeks. By the time I post this, probably a week. And so I wanted to show you guys what I'm gonna wear on my face for the event, because last year they were very into putting product all over our faces and shade matching us. And last year I was unprepared for that. I came with a full beat. I'm still gonna come with a full beat, but I'm gonna be very strategic about it. So let's go through what I'm gonna use. Primer. I'm using an Allure Best of Beauty winner for 2025, the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. It's super hydrating, and also it just feels like my makeup wears so much better when I wear this underneath my makeup. I don't know what is in the properties here, but it truly just makes everything look so much better. It's just the primer I go to when I know I'm doing something important or wearing something for a very long time. For foundation, I'm using a tinted moisturizer from a Bobbi Brown. Since I'm using the Vitamin Enriched Face Base, I might as well use a Vitamin Enriched Skin Tint. This is in the shade Fair 2. And with this product, I just like to go in with my finger and just start to blend it in, since it is so light coverage. I decided to use a skin tint because I think it'll be the easiest for shade matching purposes, for putting things on top of things. It won't make it look heavy since the product is very light and adds light coverage. So I'm hoping it won't make me look like I'm wearing a mask this year when they inevitably put things on my face. For concealer, I'm gonna be using this one from Lancome. I haven't found a concealer lately that I've really enjoyed. I have a few that I have yet to open, but I don't want to open them when I have a full concealer. So we're going to be testing this one out for the long run. This is the Lancome Tawny Doll Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. I have this shade IVON. Just a little bit, because I do have a feeling they're going to shade match for concealer again. I've been really liking this when I wear it for the short term, so I think it's going to stand up really well in like a long-term event. Before I set my face, I'm going to do light bronzer and light blush. For the bronzer, I'm going to be using, it's actually technically a Bobbi Brown foundation. This is the foundation stick in Neutral Honey N060. This is a true neutral bronzer, and it just works really well for me. Also, it is buildable. So I'm going to take a little bit on a stipple brush, and I'm using the stipple brush here just because I think it's really going to blend the product out into the skin the most natural way. Just going to use the very end of my bristles. Just adds a little bit of shadow versus this side of my face. Whatever's left on the brush. So this is what we're working with. It looks really, really very natural. It's very, very minimal on the bronzer, but just gives some dimension to the face and some shadow. On the same stippling brush for blush, I'm gonna use this one from Ulta Beauty Collection. This is their Cloud Blush in the shade Fluffy. I really like this because it's a gel formula and therefore it is buildable. I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand first and pick some up because I don't want a lot of color. And just kind of prime the brush with it. Just a little color, just a little something. I would say it's like a kiss of blush. And then just a little bit, whatever's left on the nose. Now that the base is done, I'm just setting with some powder. Right now I'm using this Hourglass powder, the Veil powder, making sure to reblend the concealer on my eyelid before setting. I'm just gonna set my T-zone because I unfortunately have a tendency to touch it because I don't wear foundation on the daily. So I wanna keep the most that I can, and I'm just using a little bit of powder on my chin, not that much, because that is where I'm driest now. I'm just gonna set it all down with the Urban Decay All Nighter. This is the old one with the Skindinavia in it. For highlight today, we're gonna use another Allure Best of Beauty winner. This is from KJH brand. This is their Hyper Shine Light Pigment. I have this shade Light Pink. I bought this the day it launched. I love Katie Jane Hughes. I love her, like, KJH Academy really got me through the pandemic and let me like experiment more with makeup, and I just like love her. It is this like really nice little sheen, and it's not too much. You can definitely intensify it if you want, but I just want a little something, knowing that last year I did get a highlighter right on top of it. So this is the base, and honestly I did this last week when my eye was acting up, so I have to refilm it. And I really just love how it looks. It just looks like my skin slightly enhanced, and that is what I want for the Allure Best of Beauty Live. For brows, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Express Brow in the shade Soft Brown, and then the Maybelline Super Lock Brow Glue. I'm gonna do it off camera. I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, this is what the brows look like. I'm still learning how to use these new products, so this is how the brows look like. I think they look fine. I think they look good. I'm just not used to these products. For eyes, I'm gonna do something very, very simple. I'm using the Danessa Myrex Groundwork palette. These are the neutral shades, and I'm just gonna do literally throw something in the crease. I think I'm gonna take this shade Chiseled, throw it right in the crease just to define my eye a bit more. I did this year because I know what I have to expect. I looked on the website and did see that they're gonna have a Danessa Myrex booth, and they are gonna give away a shimmery twin flame liquid shadow. So I definitely want to leave room for that. So we're just going to define the eye so that if they want to put a liner on me, they did that last year, it won't look crazy like it did last year. And then just a little bit, I'm gonna run a little bit of that right in my lower lash line. That's all I'm gonna do. This is not the mascara I'm going to use for the actual event. I'm going to use the Persona Cosmetics tubing mascara, but I'm also going away on vacation the week after. So I want to use that mascara like 3 days before the event, and then I'll have it for like a month. But I want it to be like peak freshness for vacation and for the event. So for right now, I'm using a mascara I also really enjoy. Actually like kind of stunned me. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Exaggerate Volume Mascara. I got a sample of this when I went to Ulta Beauty World, and I expected very little because I'm a very harsh critic of mascaras. This is kind of blowing me out of the water. It's really, really lengthening. It's a little volumizing. It's a little wet for me, but it lasts like a waterproof mascara even though it's not. Like, do you see the difference on one coat? Insane. So the vibe I'm doing is like the bottom third corner of my eyelashes because I just feel like just doing top lashes makes... It was a look I did for a while because I was afraid the mascara transferring to my lower lashes and my under eyes, but this mascara doesn't really transfer, so I trust it to do just the corner. You know, the one thing I actually did not try on or get at a booth was a lip product. So I don't still want to do a lip product that's gonna like last the whole day in case. I'm gonna take Endless Cacao from Makeup Forever and just line my lips. I'm just gonna take my finger and blend that out a little bit. Then for my lipstick, I just have been loving this lipstick, so I'm just gonna use it. From CoverGirl, this is the Clean Fresh Yummy Blur lipstick in the shade Into the Blur. It just feels so good. I might use a different lip liner the day of. I might use one that's slightly warmer. Endless Cacao is way grayer than I remember. I'm also gonna get my hair cut before the event. My hair looks a little wild right now, but I'm gonna take it down for you guys to get the full effect. Okay. She's crazy, this hair. Okay guys, so this is the final look for what I'm going to wear to the Allure Best of Beauty Live. I think I might do a wear test of this next week because I actually don't think I ever wear tested this foundation. And I used to do wear tests all the time, so this would be a perfect opportunity to do one, but this is what I think I'm gonna go with. I really love how it looks. It does look like just a very natural, everyday, very little makeup look. It's so weird for me wearing like makeup and not having anything on my eyes really, but I do think it's the perfect everyday makeup to go to this event and then get things put on my face. So I'm really excited. I just chose all of my things yesterday, like my slot with a booth, my masterclass, what else did I choose? I chose like 4 things and I can't remember them, but I'm so excited. It's, you know, a week and a half away now. Yeah, in a time that's really, really dark right now, it is nice to have these things to look forward to and also these spaces to have community in, which is another reason why I'm really excited. So I'm gonna actually try. I have a lot of anxiety when it comes to filming in public and speaking in public and being present. It's something that I have noticed about myself a lot. I have a lot of confidence in myself when I'm alone, but the moment I have to do something that I love in front of somebody else, no. I was an actor for years. That's why I always had anxiety before acting, even though I do it well. So I don't usually like record any content if I'm not by myself in my room. Like, I feel most comfortable by myself, but I do want to film. I'm gonna try to get over this fear of being myself. Ooh. I'm gonna try to be myself in a space that is gonna be really accepting of me being myself, a space where people are going to be like taking videos and creating content and just being like unapologetically them. It's like a really fun part of the community that's come back, these like beauty events, and I look forward to them. I look so forward to them. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Subscribe if you want to, and I'll see you in the next video and at the event.